Good day, viewers. Read the Bible with me. Exodus chapter 22. Laws about theft. When a man steals an ox or a sheep and butchers it or sells it, he must repay 5 cattle for the ox or 4 sheep for the sheep. If a thief is caught in the act of breaking in and he is beaten to death, no one is guilty of bloodshed. But if this happens after sunrise, the householder is guilty of bloodshed. A thief must make full restitution. If he is unable, he is to be sold because of his theft. If what was stolen, whether ox, donkey, or sheep, is actually found alive in his possession, he must repay double. Laws about crop protection. When a man lets a field or vineyard be grazed in and then allows his animals to go and graze in someone else's field, he must repay with the best of his own field or vineyard. When a fire gets out of control, spreads to thorn bushes, and consumes stalks of cut grain, standing grain, or a field, the one who started the fire must make full restitution for what was burned. Laws about personal property. When a man gives his neighbor valuables or goods to keep, but they are stolen from that person's house, the thief, if caught, must repay double. If the thief is not caught, the owner of the house must present himself to the judges to determine whether or not he has taken his neighbor's property. In any case of wrongdoing involving an ox, a donkey, a sheep, a garment, or anything else lost, and someone claims, "That's mine," the case between the two parties is to come before the judges. The one the judges condemn must repay double to his neighbor. When a man gives his neighbor a donkey, an ox, a sheep, or any other animal to care for, but it dies, is injured, or is stolen while no one is watching, there must be an oath before the Lord between the two of them to determine whether or not he has taken his neighbor's property. Its owner must accept the oath, and the other man does not have to make restitution. But in fact, the animal was stolen from his custody, he must make restitution to its owner. If it was actually torn apart by a wild animal, he is to bring it as evidence. He does not have to make restitution for the torn carcass. When a man borrows an animal from his neighbor and it is injured or dies while its owner is not there with it, the man must make full restitution. If its owner is there with it, the man does not have to make restitution. If it was rented, the loss is covered by its rental price. Laws about seduction. If a man seduces a virgin who is not engaged and he sleeps with her, he must certainly pay the bridal price for her to be his wife. If her father absolutely refuses to give her to him, he must pay an amount in silver equal to the bridal price for virgins. Capital offenses. Do not allow a sorceress to live. Whoever has sexual intercourse with an animal must be put to death. Whoever sacrifices to any gods except the Lord alone is to be set apart for destruction. Laws protecting the vulnerable. You must not exploit a resident alien or oppress him, since you were resident aliens in the land of Egypt. You must not mistreat any widow or fatherless child. If you do mistreat them, they will no doubt cry to me, and I will certainly hear their cry. My anger will burn, and I will kill you with the sword. Then your wives will be widows, and your children fatherless. If you lend silver to my people, to the poor person among you, you must not be like a creditor to him. You must not charge him interest. If you ever take your neighbor's cloak as collateral, return it to him before sunset, for it is his only covering. It is the clothing for his body. What will he sleep in? And if he cries out to me, I will listen because I am gracious. Respect for God. You must not blaspheme God or curse a leader among your people. You must not hold back offerings from your harvest or your vats. Give me the firstborn of your sons. Do the same with your cattle and your flock. Let them stay with their mothers for 7 days, but on the 8th day you are to give them to me. Be my holy people. You must not eat the meat of a mauled animal found in the field. Throw it to the dogs. Exodo Kapitulo 22. Kapag ang isang tao ay nagnakaw ng baka o tupa at ito'y pinatay o ipinagbili, papalitan niya ito. 5 ang kapalit sa isang baka at 4 naman sa isang tupa. Kailangan niyang magbayad. Kung walang ibabayad, siya ang ipagbibili at ang pinagbilhan ang ibabayad sa kanyang ninakaw. Kung ang ninakaw naman ay makita sa kanya at buhay pa, doble lamang ang ibabayad niya. Kapag ang magnanakaw ay pumasok ng gabi at siya ay napatay ng may-ari ng bahay, walang pananagutan ang nakapatay. Kung ang pagkapatay ay naganap pagkasikat ng araw, mananagot ang nakapatay. Kapag ang hayop na alaga ay nakawala at nakapanira sa bukid ng iba, papalitan ng may-ari ang anumang nasira ng kanyang hayop. Ang ibabayad niya ay ang pinakamainam na ani ng kanyang bukirin. Kapag may nagsiga, kumalat ang apoy at nakasunog ng mga inani o ng pananim ng iba, ito ay babayaran ng nagsiga. Kapag ang salapi o anumang ari-arian ng isang tao ay ipinagkatiwala sa kanyang kapwa at ang mga ito'y nawala sa bahay, pagbabayarin ng doble ang kumuha kapag ito'y mahuli. Kung hindi naman mahuli ang nagdakaw, ang pinagkatiwalaan ay panunumpain sa harapan ng Diyos para patunayang wala siyang kinalaman sa pagkawala ng inihabilin sa kanya. Anumang usapin tungkol sa pang-aangkin ng nawawalang asno, baka, tupa, damit o anumang bagay ay dadalhin sa harapan ng Diyos. Ang mapatunayang nang aangkin lamang ay magbabayad ng doble sa tunay na may-ari. Kung mamatay, mapinsala o inagaw ang isang asno, baka, tupa o anumang hayop na paalaga ngunit walang nakikita sa pangyayari, ang nag-alaga ay manunumpa sa harapan ni Yahweh upang patunayan na wala siyang kinalaman sa pangyayari. Ito'y dapat paniwalaan ng may-ari at wala nang pananagutan ang tagapag-alaga. Ngunit kung ninakaw ang hayop, magbabayad ang tagapag-alaga. Kung ang hayop naman ay pinatay ng isang hayop na mabangis, ipapakita ng tagapag-alaga ang bahaging natira at wala siyang pananagutan. Kapag ang isang tao ay nanghiram ng isang hayop at ito'y namatay o napinsala ng hindi nakikita ng may-ari, babayaran ito ng nanghiram. Ngunit kung naroon ang may-ari, hindi ito babayaran, lalo na kung inupahan, ang upa ang magiging kabayaran. Kapag ang isang dalagang hindi pa nakatakdang ikasal ay inakit at sinipingan ng isang lalaki, siya ay pakakasalan ng lalaking iyon at bibigyan ng kaukulang dote. Kung hindi pumayag ang ama na ipakasal ang babae, ibibigay na lang sa ama ang halagang katumbas ng dote. Ang mga mangkukulam ay dapat patayin. Sino mang makipagtalik sa hayop ay dapat patayin. Sino mang maghandog sa Diyos-Diyosan ay dapat patayin, sapagkat kay Yahweh lamang dapat maghandog. Huwag ninyong aapihin ang mga dayuhan, alalahanin ninyong naging dayuhan din kayo sa Ehipto. Huwag din ninyong aapihin ang mga balo at ang mga ulila. Kapag inapi ninyo sila at dumaing sa akin, tiyak na pagpakinggan ko sila. Dahil dito, kapupuotan ko kayo at lilipulin sa pamamagitan ng digmaan. Sa gayoy magbibiyuda ang inyong asawa at mauulila ang inyong mga anak. Kapag mangutang sa inyo ang mga kababayan ninyong may hirap, huwag kayong hihingi ng tubo tulad ng ginagawa ng mga nagpapatubo. Kapag may nagsanla sa inyo ng balabal, ibalik ninyo iyon sa kanya bago lumubog ang araw, sapagkat iyon lamang ang pambalot niya sa katawan. Wala siyang kukumutin sa pagtulog. Kapag siya'y dumaing sa akin, papakinggan ko siya, sapagkat ako'y mahabagin. Huwag ninyong lalapastangin ang Diyos, ni mumurahin ang mga pinuno ng inyong bayan. Huwag ninyong kalilimutang maghandog ng inaning butil, alak na mula sa katas ng ubas at langis sa takdang panahon. Iyahandog ninyo sa akin ang inyong mga panganay na lalaki. Iyahandog din ninyo sa akin ang panganay ng inyong mga baka at tupa. Huwag ihiwalay sa ina ang panganay nitong lalaki hanggang sa 7 araw mula sa kapanganakan. Sa 8 araw, iyahandog siya sa akin. Kayo'y aking bayang pinili. Kaya huwag kayong kakain ng karne ng hayop na pinatay ng mabangis na hayop. Ipakain ninyo iyon sa mga aso. To God be all the glory, praise, and honor in the reading of the Holy Scriptures. God bless you, dear viewers. Until our next Bible reading. Amen.